This is Minister Tashia Gilmore. Welcome to Shout Victory. We're continuing in our series on the Lord's Prayer. We've been talking about Luke 11:4. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. When we look at unforgiveness is a bitter cup to drink. Yet, so many people choose to drink from the cup of unforgiveness. They refuse to release those who have hurt them, those who betrayed them, those who did them wrong. They stand in that place where they just can't release the pain of what has happened. And I get that. I understand that. I think we all can understand where we have been hurt and where we want to just hold someone's sins against them and make them pay for what they've done. The reality is, the only one still paying for what they did is us. We keep paying over and over and over when we hold the pain of unforgiveness in our hearts and in our lives, and we decide not to let it go. More than just the pain of the unforgiveness is that unforgiveness, it separates us from God. Because unforgiveness is sin, and all sin separates us from God. It puts a wall between us and our Father because we've chosen not to release people. And God has offered us the free gift of forgiveness. He's offered us the gift of forgiveness and the gift of redemption, and we have claimed that gift. We have come to a place where we may be believers and we've accepted Jesus Christ as our Lord, and we're willing to accept God's forgiveness, but we're not willing to give forgiveness. And I think we all fall into that. We've all been slighted by someone. We've all been hurt by someone. We've all been in a place where it's hard to let that person go. It's hard to move past what has happened. But when we do that, we need to recognize that we are giving that person power over us. We're giving them power over us that they do not deserve. And more than that, we are giving the enemy power over us. Unforgiveness opens the door of the enemy for him to just step into our lives and take over. So coming to that place where we're willing to forgive, where we're willing to release someone, is so important. And forgiveness, a lot of times, it's an act and it's a process. We can say we forgive, but there are times where we'll still have to go through that process of releasing that person, and we may have to do it over and over and over again in our heart. There may be other things that we have to do in order to allow that process of forgiveness to be complete. But I want to encourage you today, as you think about the place in the Lord's Prayer where we say, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. May you never reach the place in that prayer where you have not forgiven every person who has trespassed against you. Two things you can do to forgive. the first thing you have to do is to decide. You have to decide that you will forgive. It's a decision. It's something you have to do on purpose. And then the next thing you can do is to pray. Decide and pray. Deciding and praying will wipe away every bit of unforgiveness in your heart. This is Minister Tashia Gilmore. Live a life of victory.